Guys, winners, welcome or welcome back to this channel. How are you doing? Let me know in the comment section below. How are you feeling today that you are watching this video? I hope you are doing extremely well, just like I am. I'm feeling good today, I can't lie. And I'm also very excited to talk about the topic that you can see in this title today. The reason for that is because, genuinely speaking, I get so much compliments in regards to my locks, and I really appreciate it. A lot of people say that I'm lock goals, but if I'm being really honest with you, just like probably you that you're watching, and if you have locks, there might be some things about your locks that you're insecure about or you've previously been insecure about. I have had a lot of lock insecurities in the past. Some of these insecurities are slightly still there, and I thought I would use this as a perfect opportunity to talk about 4 lock insecurities that you may have, that some or maybe all I've had or have, and how to overcome them. So if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're notified every single time that I upload, because I make lock and travel videos, and trust me when I say I'm gonna be traveling to some banging places this year. You do not want to miss that. So my first point is that your locks are growing at different rates. Now you might be looking at me and you're like, Winnie, what are you on about? But it's very natural for your hair to grow at different rates. An example that I can give you is this. You see these 2 locks at the front, right? Don't know if my camera will capture it well, but you see this one here is much longer than this one, and in real life off camera it is very noticeable when, for example, I style my hair and I've got 2 of them out and maybe I've got the rest of my hair in a high bun. Naturally, different parts of your hair grow at different rates. There's nothing that you can do about it. All you can do is just embrace it. It's as simple as that. And I know that you're thinking like, oh, but it looks a bit funny, like it's really noticeable. Maybe one side is like very longer than another, or whatever it may be. It is what it is. And the best way for you to see it is, I'm like, you know what? It just gives my hair some character. Some places want to grow longer than others. It is what it is. My hair is still beautiful nevertheless. Point number 2, and I think those that have just started their locks will probably be able to relate to this, but your locks are extremely fuzzy. It is normal, especially I would say in the first year of your lock journey. Your locks may be really fuzzy, and a lot of people call it the ugly stage. I'm not gonna lie, now that I look back on my journey, I think it's very important for you to use positive language when it comes to your hair, especially those of us that are rocking natural hair, and maybe before our natural hair journey we were, you know, rocking hair that wasn't growing from our scalp, or we were chemically treating our hair to have it like straight or to have it extremely curly. The language that you use for your hair is very important, because on this journey you will realize that there's a lot of things that you've got to unlearn. Your locks being fuzzy is not an ugly stage. It's a stage that needs to happen in order for your locks to fully mat together and do what it needs to do. So what you need to do in order to overcome this is just look at your hair and be like, okay, I see my hair is getting some character. That's because it wants to fully mat up and do what it needs to do. Your crown is beautiful, and that is a part of your lock journey that you need to embrace. Take as much pictures, take as much videos, because one day, years down the line, when your locks has matured like mine, you'll be able to look back on it and be like, oh yeah, I remember that time, and now look at my hair. And the thing is, years down the line, your hair may even be mature and it may still be fuzzy. I have certain locks, I think it's like predominantly towards the back, that can be quite fuzzy, and can't find it now that I'm on camera. And you know what I do sometimes, especially like if I've just washed my hair or I've just dampened my hair, I just like to just wrap the fuzzies around the lock, and for me it's just very calming. Embrace every part of your journey, embrace your locks, embrace how they look. Point number 3 is that you have lock build up. Let me be honest with you, me personally, I think like lock build-up or lint in your locks are very normal, unless obviously you have your hair wrapped up all the time, or you've been very anal in the process and made sure you've used very light products, or that you've been washing your hair out very thoroughly. It is normal. A lot of my locks, especially the ones at the back, let me show y'all. Y'all see that? Do you see this right here? Where is it? Right there. I don't know what that is, but that is ingrained in my lock. Chances are it's probably like material that I've previously worn or whatever it may be. And it's normal. I've noticed that the locks towards the back of my head tend to, do you guys see that? White. It's irritating. It's nasty. I don't like looking at it. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I have the very bad habit of, like, you know, with my fingers, I'll be, don't do that. I'm not suggesting you do that. And when I do that, it tends to be like dust. So I can tell that obviously because my hair's long, when I've been out and about, maybe on the bus or the train, like dust or whatever it may be has been just trapped to my locks. I'll be doing that. It's a part of the lock journey, unless you always have your hair wrapped up. In regards to that, what you can do, for example, if you have lock build-up, apple cider vinegar, rinse or soak, herbal soak. So for example, maybe if you get your hair professionally done, most lock salons, I would like to say most, do offer like a herbal soak or apple cider vinegar soak, or ways for you to basically remove build up. In regards to lint, now lint is a little bit of a tricky one. For me, I can't lie, minus me doing, you know, trying to like scrape it off sometimes, most of the times I've just learned to just embrace it, like, okay, cool, I've got some lint in my locks, not really much I can do. However, what a lot of people like to do is dye over it. In the past, I've actually done that, where I've just dyed my hair jet black, just to give it like a healthy all black feel and to cover the lint. Or you can just simply embrace it. Be mindful of your locks, maybe tie it up, maybe wrap it up more often. However, I just feel like when it comes to locks, lint is inevitable. You can do things to avoid it, like the things that I've suggested. But, you know, sometimes even when you're wrapping your hair up all the time, whatever you're using to wrap your hair up with, again, you have to be mindful with that, because some of the material could also get trapped in your locks, and it's just one of them things. Now this last point, I'm not gonna lie, see this last point, especially if you've watched the majority of my previous lock videos, you know that this one hits home, because I only realized how much I feel some type of way about it when I realized I actually kind of talk about it almost in every single lock video. But let me just put my hair to the side and show y'all. So, let me bend down a little bit. When I do my look videos, I sometimes receive comments from people saying, oh, there's a lot of like thinning at the front. It's not thinning, baby. See this? I've got a lot of baby hair, and most times on camera, I mean, my camera's not capturing it now, my hair is looking hella full, but normally towards the front, it can look pretty gappy. The reason for that is because I have low density hair towards the front of my scalp. Towards like the middle to the back is the most thickest. And then when it gets towards the front, I've got low density. And I used to really hate and feel really self-conscious when, you know, for example, when I haven't had like a retwist for a long time, it becomes very noticeable when people point it out to me. And not even that, but I've noticed that a lot of people will point it out in a comment section, and they just say it in such a mean way. You know, like for example, you might comment on somebody's video and you might say something like, oh, I really like how you've done your makeup. However, have you thought about X, Y, and Z, like constructive criticism? But you have morons sometimes online that will be like, oh, there's a lot of thinning. Oh, it looks like you might need iron because your hair's thinning. My hair's not thinning, baby. I have low density hair towards the front of my hair. I know this. And for example, if you're watching this and maybe you have locks and maybe you also have low density, or maybe you're thinking about getting locks, but because your hair is quite low in density, it's preventing you Honestly, I know it's easier said than done, but my advice to you would be learn to embrace it. Things that people see as flaws in people's locks are not actually flaws. Everybody's locks are different, so you shouldn't compare your locks or say that you want your locks to be exactly like someone else's, because chances are the person who you want your locks to be has probably got some of these quote-unquote issues that people see as issues, but you just don't realize it. Now, with low density hair, I know a lot of people would suggest taking certain vitamins, maybe taking certain like natural remedies, using things like castor oil or avocado oil. That's all well and good. Like, by all means, do your own research and find ways that you may want to deal with that. Find products that you think may be able to help to thicken your hair. In the past, especially towards like the front of my hair, I have tried things like avocado oil and castor oil. Castor oil wreaked absolute havoc with my scalp, so I said absolutely never again. But with me, what I've just learned to do is to just embrace these so-called lock flaws, because to me they're not flaws. That is what makes your locks, that's what makes your crown yours. That's what makes your locks, that's what makes your appearance unique. Granted, you will see other people online and their locks all look even and it may all look thick and whatever it may be, but it is very normal. Everything that I've listed, these 4 points, it is very normal for you to have. It is very normal for you to experience, and all you've got to do is, if you can prevent certain things, then by all means prevent it. But if you cannot, you need to learn how to embrace and to love your lock journey. And chances are you will find that I've had my locks for almost 11 years, and throughout those 11 years it's been a lot of trial and error. Sometimes certain things work for me for a good couple of years, and then out of nowhere, boom, there's an issue, and then I've got to learn to adapt. It is what it is, and that will not stop me from loving my locks. It will not stop me from coming on here and making lock content. But the whole point of this video is to say, whatever you're insecure about, stop being insecure about it, because you're not the only person that also has that quote-unquote issue. And if you think about it in a positive way, what you're experiencing is not even an issue, because that's what makes your hair beautiful. And that's all I wanted to say. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you've come this far, let me know in the comment section below, what is your lock insecurity, or what is a lock insecurity that you've previously had, and how did you manage to overcome it? Let's inspire each other in the comment section below, and let's reassure ourselves that our hair is beautiful no matter what anybody says. If you have any lock video suggestions for me as well, don't be shy to leave them in the comment section below. All of the suggestions that you've made so far, I've literally been noting them down, and I promise you, if I haven't already done those kind of videos before, I will get around to doing them. Trust me. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching this video. Till my next one, take care, be good.